I feel very anxious about my IELTS exam.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so yes, a little bit anxious about the IELTS exam. Oh, that would be this week, this Thursday.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. So, how was it? How was your preparation for it?
Well, I don't know, but I feel very anxious and I'm trying to do some
Mm,
mock tests online.
okay. So, how was the result of your mock test?
Well, it's just around 6 or 6.5, but I think that
Mm.
if I go to the true exam, like it's not as high as that mock test.
Why do you think? Why is it not?
Well, actually, I think that the like when I sit in the
Mm,
test room,
mm, 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 mm.
well, I think that I can uh I can keep calm when I'm in the exam.
Mm. Ah, okay. So that's the difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So there you go. Okay. So yeah, just time have some time to relax and just do the test. Okay, so I forgot. So let's try to open the camera. Okay,
Uh,
so oh, is it okay
well,
to open?
because I'm using the computer and it doesn't have a camera.
Mm, okay, okay, okay. So yeah, it's there. So it's okay. We could just turn it off. Then let's just move on to practice tests. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, test three. So let's have it here. Of course, the first questions would be part one, hometown. Let's do it once again. Do you often visit your hometown? Answer.
Well, my hometown is far from the city I'm living in, about 60 kilometers. So I always visit my hometown 3 times uh, per month.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. So there you go. What is your hometown like? What is your hometown like?
Well, my hometown is a small village with
Mm-mm.
a very big paddy field and there are many old houses. Like it is not a
Developed, not
development
developed.
area.
Okay.
So it's just look like a traditional village
Oh,
of my
okay.
country.
Mm-mm. Okay, so yeah, not developed. So not you don't use development, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could say that one. Then how could your hometown be improved?
Well, um, my hometown would improve very much. Uh,
Okay.
from like from I was a child to now, like
Mm,
there are more building in town or
mm-mm.
uh some some entertainment service in
Service.
our city.
Okay.
And our road, like our old road is built and
It was built.
uh, yes, it's built and fixed, and it is very convenient to move.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, it was built and fixed. Okay. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's more convenient to move. Okay, there you go. Then, what is there for a foreigner to do or see in your hometown? What is it?
Well, there aren't too much foreigner came to my hometown because it is not too much famous.
Oh,
But
okay.
if they have a chance to visit my hometown, there are some um like some history relics in my
Oh,
hometown.
historic
That
relics.
yeah,
Okay.
history relics.
Yes.
They can visit when they come to my hometown,
Mm.
and some beautiful and very gorgeous pagoda.
Oh,
That's
okay.
they are very um, like they are very spirit.
Mm, okay, okay, okay. Spiritual. Okay. So yes, Pagod. Oh, so like your hometown is like a monk city or temple place like that?
Yes, I think so.
Ah, I see. Okay. And let's move on. Do you often use a computer? Ah, okay. Oh, for during the IELTS examination for speaking, of course, you're gonna have just one topic, but during our practice, we just have more questions, okay? So don't be confused, okay?
Yeah.
Then let's move on to computers. Do you often use a computer?
Well, computer is a necessary school items with me, so
Mm-mm,
I use computer every day when
mm-mm,
I'm studying.
mm-mm. Okay. How do you usually get online?
Well, I usually spend 1 or 2 hours to get
Hours?
online,
1 or 2
and
hours?
yes, 1 or 2 hours to get online and chatting with my friends. And
Mm,
I usually get online after I finish my homework or
mm.
I finish my housework.
Okay. Then let's move on. Let's have it here. Do you think, oh, sorry. Do you prefer desktop or laptops?
Well, absolutely, there are not too much difference between desktop and laptops, but I prefer to use laptops because
Mm-mm,
um, the laptops is more convenient than
mm-mm.
desktop. And
Okay.
like for example, I can bring laptops to everywhere uh, where I'm sitting, like
Anywhere.
school or the
Uh-huh.
coffee shop.
Okay.
But the desktop,
Mm,
when I'm using desktop, I just stay at one seat and
mm.
using it, and the another it's the desktop don't have
Does it
the
have?
available camera
Mm.
like right now.
Okay.
So I prefer to use laptops.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, yes, there you go. Then let's move on. Do you think it's important to learn how to use a computer?
Well, I think the learning how to use a computer is pretty important,
Mm-mm,
especially for young people like me right now, because almost activities right now are going on the computer. They need to use the internet, and
mm-hmm,
this is more convenient to contact online. So uh, I think that um, everyone, every people, like young people or old people, student or some workers,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
uh, they must or they should try learn how to use a computer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, just be careful about your intonation because until now, at the end of the sentence, you are always like rising up. So
Yeah.
during the speaking test, of course, your intonation is also one of the criteria for giving a score. So just be careful about your writing intonation, okay?
Yes.
Then let's move on. Let's take a look at here part two questions. Okay, so describe an interesting building in your country. Please tell who built it, where it is located, and explain why you think it's the most interesting. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to think or to prepare. So 1 minute starts now. Start.
Well, um, well, from the already renowned tower to the newly constructed buildings, the contractor can easily make a change or a renovation to the factors. And today I'm going to talk about uh, the highest building in Hanoi City. Is called the Landmark 72, or
Mhm.
you can call it Gangnam Building. And first, uh, I don't know who built this town, but it was built like 10 or 20 years ago.
Mhm.
Uh, it is located in uh, Mỹ district, and
Mm.
like it is near the centers of Hanoi City. Um, it is and beside that, Gangnam Building is a very big building with many different kind of entertainment service. For example, you can came to you can go to the highest floor is the 72 floors to
Mm.
using this telescope to see everything in the city, or
Mhm.
you can visit the um, 3D gallery, and you can take picture at there. Um, and and the like beside that, on the different floor, there are many small business
Mm.
located in this building, and like I can count how many business are there in the building. And
Mm.
another, there are a very big hospital located in the 10th floor of this building, and me and my family usually um, take care of the health uh, in this hospital.
Mm.
Well, uh, and there, because this is a very famous building
Mm.
in my city, so it's usually it's usually pick up
Mm.
many tourists or many foreigner came to
Foreigner.
this the
Okay.
foreigner came to this building to uh, to work or play, and
Mm-mm.
like my like my family usually visited 1 or 2 times per year. Um, well, the reason I think is the most interesting in my city is that it is very high, and there are many activities I can do in uh, I can do when I visit this building. And if I have a friend came to my city, I will suggest visiting this building. That's all.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, so yeah, when you try to explain something, yeah, that's a good thing. You should have synchronized first, then after that one. Okay, then you also enumerate the location of it, what you could see there, so that would be a good point for that. Then let's have answer some follow-up question. Do you often visit buildings in your country?
Um, well, the majority's building in my country is the majority house in my country is it's the building or the tall buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So I often visit some building such as a shopping center or my building I'm living right now.
Okay, so just like the place that you're living right now, then would you visit historical buildings in other countries?
Well, because I haven't had a chance uh, to visit some different countries before, so I wouldn't visit. I haven't had visit some historical buildings in other country. But if I have a chance, I really want to visit the visit Thailand. Uh, this country is very famous about historical buildings with
Mm,
a very big pagodas or the
mm,
temple. And in the future, I I will try to have a chance to visit this country.
mm. Okay, okay, okay. So just try to visit the country. There you go. Then let's have here part three questions. Are there some old buildings in your hometown? Kindly describe it.
Well, absolutely, the main buildings in my hometown is the old building. So there are there are many old buildings in my hometown. Um, for example, um, almost of the old building will have just one floor, one big floor, with a big church
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of house, and the house or the room for people for people in family live is beside or next to it.
Mm,
And and I can see that almost of all buildings in my hometown will have
mm,
a very big yard before the house. Um, and for example, my grandparents' house in my hometown,
mm,
they have like beside the big yard, they have um, a very big pond too.
mm,
And my grandparents also um, release fish in
Mm.
that pond, and whenever I have a chance to visit my grandparents' house, I usually like sit sit next to that pond and like saw or like saw the fish and
Mm-hmm.
relax.
Okay, so yeah, yes, and just try to relax. Then compare the differences between the constructions in your city with that 20 years ago. So give some specific detail.
Um, well, my city I'm living right now, Hanoi City, um, is one of the most developed country in a developed city in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a very big difference between
Difference.
the
Mm-hmm.
construction in my city with
Mm.
that of 20 years ago. Um, well, first of all, there are many big, big town or big building built some like
Were built some years
uh,
ago.
just some years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and like uh, and for example, some some shopping center called Vincom, the Vincom Mart are built
Mm.
in like in a few years ago. They are very famous right now, and there are like 3 or 4 shopping centers of
Mm-hmm.
Vincom in my city right now, and um, in the past, especially in 20 years ago, there
Mm.
aren't too much shopping centers or
Mm-hmm.
tall building like it's right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the second, I can see that is there are many um, like there are many luxury housing area like
Mm.
that is the area uh, where like this is a area where have many like many big house and villa,
Mm-hmm.
and uh and the majority citizen up there is the rich people,
Mm-hmm.
and that is two things or two like the most construction I can see in my city.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. So yeah, yeah, yes, there you go. Mm. Then, what are people's attitude to old buildings today, and what and that of other latest generation? Should
Mm,
we really protect them?
well,
Why?
I'm very proud about about young people in my city nowadays because they are very um, respect or
Respectful?
the all the
They really respect?
yes, yes, there be respect for old people for some um, historical buildings, and they also like be honors about their building and the like the the history of our city, and I can see that they for example they always take many beautiful picture at the old buildings areas, and after that they update it to the social media, um, and introduce it for the foreign friends
Mm-hmm.
or some tourists from different country,
Okay, so also from different countries. What do role do you think the old and modern buildings play in the society?
Well, absolutely. I think that the old building now they just have a like a small role in uh, in the society that um, the old building just become a place where people can visit and learn learn about our history of that city.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, on the other hand, the modern buildings play an play a very important role in the
Mm-hmm.
societies. Um, it is the main place for people to do the activities all days, like school or uh, school house or
Mm.
some um, different service like serve all the activities of their life.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. So yes, there you go. Okay. Then compare a house and an apartment.
Well, well, I'm living in an apartment right now, and I can see that there are not too much not too much different between an apartment and a house. Well, um, first, the biggest difference between the a house and an apartment that um, a house will have like a house is more private
Mm.
than an apartment, and the second it is like is the house is higher uh, than apartment, and
Mm.
like um like for example, my house in the I'm live in the past.
Mm. Okay, I lived
um
in the past.
yeah, I live in the past.
Mm-hmm.
um there are many room in my house, uh and like every people in our house will have their each room. But nowadays I live to an apartment, and well, it's just have like a um, a room for both of kitchen and dining room,
Mm-hmm.
and beside that there are three bedroom, and just
Three
have
bedrooms.
one bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and like and finally I feel living in a house is more convenient than living in an apartment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yes, that's it. Then let's have it here. More and more questions. What do you do? Okay, so we don't have this kind of thing. So let's move on here. What is there to do in area where you live?
Well, the area where I live is a small apartment located in the next to the centers of the city. So there are many service or many activities the um, around the apartment.
Mm.
Um, for example, there are a small park um, there's small park under the buildings, and
Mm-hmm.
all the citizens can come to this park and playing or walk a dogs every afternoon.
Mm.
And like around the like around um like around the living area, there are
Mm-hmm.
many different service such as hospital or shopping
Mm.
center and school that is served for our live
Mm-hmm.
of the citizens at here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Living up the citizens right here. Okay. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Then let's move on. What do you like about the area where you live? Something that you like about it.
Well, the most thing I like about the area where I live is my neighborhood. That my family is familiar with three more different family live next to my apartment, and they are a very friendly, approachable, and kind people that
Mm-hmm.
we always have have a dinner together in the weekend, and beside that, um, we usually have some small trip, uh,
Mm-hmm.
go out go out together.
Mm-hmm.
And the another thing I like about my area is that there are many activities I can do under the buildings, and this is very convenient to visit some place in our city, because it is located in the centers, and there are many vehicle
Mm-hmm.
to
Vehicle.
vehicle to came to some different place too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yes, there you go. Mm-hmm. Then, how do you think it would be improved? Are there any necessary things to be improved?
Well, um, there are not too much thing I think it could be improved, but the more thing I think that it needs to be improved, that our noise, because
Mm-hmm.
there are there aren't any anti noise in
Mm.
our buildings, so um
Soundproof, noise proof,
yes.
like that.
um
Okay.
yeah, so in the evening, or in some time I'm studying, like
Mm-hmm.
for 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Mm-mm.
There are many children, many kids of the
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood. They are
Okay.
they are played at the
They
like
were playing.
play at the hall of our floors,
Okay.
and our noise made by them is very uncomfortable, and this is affect to my studying.
Mm, it affects my studying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yes, there you go. Mm. Then, do you think it's better to live in the center of town or outside in the country? Yeah, just like out countryside, like that one.
Well, absolutely. Nowadays, I think that everyone think that live in the center of town
Oh,
is better to live.
okay.
The first reason is that it is more convenient um, to finding jobs, or work and study at the center of town, and
Oh.
the outside in the country, such as the hometown or some small village, like it's not developed. Uh, it is not as developed as in the hometown or in the city. So, and the reason of it is many people, uh, many people arrive or move
Mm.
from the outside in the country to the center of town to live and
Mm.
and work right now.
Okay, okay, okay. So there you go. So yes, country, places. Okay. So which is better, the place you live before or the place you live now?
Well, I think the place I'm living right now is it's better than
Mm.
first. It is very convenient for me and my family to go to school and work. And the second that
Mm.
I have met um, many interesting and many interesting and a nice neighborhood,
Mm.
and that I can meet any neighborhood like them in the past.
I see. Okay. So there you go. Wow. Then let's have it here. Okay, so kindly describe an interesting thing that you once found. So please tell what you found, how you found it, what is it, and please explain why it was interesting. Okay, so you got a minute to think. So timer starts now. 20 seconds. Okay, you could start now.
Well, I'm really into learning cooking in the internet, and and in the past there was a website called the Expert of Cake, and which is very popular, teaching visitors how to cook, like how to cook simple but tasty food. And each lesson or each video which our people watching it is just 5 to 10 minutes, and each lesson is produced in like in short video with up-to-date culinary tips and advice, and along with the tasty recipes, and I believe it appeal to anyone who love um, love cooking and food, cooking and food. Um, First, there is a woman hostess in the video
Mm-hmm.
who shouts is um, really nice and kindly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she looks like a patient and kind-hearted, housewife, as same as my mom. Uh, well, through many videos I saw, she is very good at cooking all kinds of food, and
Mm-hmm.
she can teach you how to cook it, yourself step by step as well. And I always get access the uh, to the channel of hers to learn some new food during the weekends, especially before like before I start prepare
Mm-hmm.
the dinner or some like dinners or lunch, and I only spend no more than 10 minutes to learn a new recipe, and sitting in front of my television and take some notes from time to time, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I have to pay or to make uh, a compliment for the channel, because I can cook something more fun. I can cook like something for my family now, and although I can cook very well, and but I will acquire a sense of achievement when someone enjoys my dishes, and
Mm-hmm.
additionally, this website help a lot and train me from a lazy person to a person who really enjoys cooking. On top of that, it may be an easy way to let up steam during the weekend after
Mm-hmm.
a long week, a long week, like a tiring, long week.
Okay, it was yes, long tiring week. Long tiring week. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, are you a collector of things?
Well, I have to say no, but
Mm-hmm.
when I when I saw some interesting thing, um, that I will like I will like I will floating improvisation. Fi like I will buy some it buy some like buy uh like buy a buck of it, and
Uh-huh.
like it's just a short term, a temporary habit, or temporary uh, like it's just a short times I have some interest in something, and I can't collect
Mm-hmm.
uh, something for a long time. For
Mm-hmm.
example, um, in 1 or 2 weeks ago, there are a very cute about the the sleepy doors. Do you know it?
Mm-hmm. Sleepy dolls? What is that?
It's like this is made by like it's just a door that a famous doll come from Russia. And
Mm.
like it can, it's just stay, it can light.
Okay.
It's always it's always shake.
Shaking. It's always shaking.
Yes, and
Okay.
there are very cute items from
Okay.
ice cream brands in my country,
Mm-hmm.
and this is very cheap. And I was buy like
I
eight or
bought.
yeah, I bought
Mm.
8 or 10 items.
Wow. Oh, so it's kind of really famous thing.
Yes, because
Mm.
it's cute, but it don't have
It doesn't
any.
have.
It doesn't have any meaning for our life. It just
Ah,
to
okay.
please.
Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. Just to please your satisfaction, or yeah, just to give you satisfaction. Okay, then would collecting things still continue as a hobby in the future? What do you think?
Well, I think um, I have to say no because first I don't have the um, I don't have the condition to like to
Mm.
collecting some things, and
Mm-hmm.
like I don't have any like I don't enjoy in collect I
Mm-hmm.
yeah, enjoy collecting some things, um, and like as I told before, the collecting something is just a short term hobby of me, and I just buy it when like I feel interesting or um, like it is a hot like a trending in our city.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. So there you go. Mhm. Then let's have it here. Yeah, collections. Then, what educational benefit do you think collecting objects like coins or stamp might have? So, what's the beneficial for education?
Well, in my opinion, um, the um, the benefit of collecting objects like coins or stamp don't have any educational benefit. It's just a hop like a people's hobbies, and like some people who
Mm.
has hobbies of collecting something, they would feel it just like uh, who is like they will feel like they will um, they will watch it like
Mm-hmm.
jobs or
Mm-hmm.
um, an interest of him of them.
Okay.
Um, well, and finally, I think that it don't have any
Mm.
educational benefit.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, it doesn't have really educational benefit. Okay, so maybe if the cost examples here are not coins, like maybe for example frogs, butterflies, so maybe there would be some educational benefit. Like for example, they could use that for future studies, and for just some example, they could use that to further study about the elements or other things existing in that kind of animal or kind of insect. So furthermore, it would be useful for studies. As a matter of fact, collecting these things might have a future studies, especially in science. That's what I think. Okay, then what about two? How useful do you think it is for humans to uncover objects from the past? Wow.
Well, well, as I as some like some some story I saw in the
Mm.
real life, or some movies I saw in the past. They are a very big useful for people who collecting some old items, or they would call it
Mm.
antique.
Antique. Yes, 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 yes.
Antique. Um, like, well, first, it is a very expensive,
Mm,
expensive.
expensive.
Yes, for everyone, and um, and like, although it is very expensive, there are
Mm-hmm.
many people who have the condition to collecting it. They also like they also produce or celebrate uh, like some auction, like some um, some auction, or some project
Mm-hmm.
uh, like uh, to dispute
Mm.
that
Dispute. Okay.
that old thing. And
Mm-hmm.
well, and the most benefit, or the most useful, I
Useful.
think that, yes, um, I think the uncover objects
Mm.
from the past bring
Mm-hmm.
to everyone is they will bring for for everyone a, um, a history
Mm.
stories.
Story. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. History. Yeah. Okay. So many stories in the past. Okay. But do you think it's boring to speak about or to talk about the past? What do you think?
Well, I um, I don't want to say it boring, but um, like, I think that it's just interesting with old people, or some people who has the hobby of collecting old items.
Mm-hmm. Mm, okay, yeah, yes. But what about you? Do you like collecting old things or new things?
Well, um, as I told before, I don't have like any interesting in collecting collecting some any items, but
Mm,
I was followed a channel on TikTok that a people like a man who is collecting many different types of money, and
mm,
he has old money, and many different money from different country. And
mm,
the special the most special the most special money
mm,
he has, that the money which has uh, which had
mm,
the birth series, like uh, for example,
mm,
the that money would have the series of the birthday of someone, and
mm,
he will collect it, and after that he sell it for the people who passed that birthday.
mm. Oh, wow. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so that's it. Then, who do you think historic objects should belong to when they have found?
Well, I think that is some historians
Uh,
that um, like they are looking for some knowledge of history, and like they will have like a big uh, like a big information
Mm-hmm.
about the historic objects, and
Mm.
another is like uh,
Mm.
some museum where uh,
Oh.
where can protect or can
Mm.
uh, protect and protect
Mm.
and keep or uh, keep and can look after that object
Mm.
carefully.
Mm. Okay. Can look at that carefully. Okay. Yeah, so you mostly, yes, museums like that one. Oh, in your country or maybe in your city, is there any museum?
Oh, well, there are many different museums
Mm.
in my city. For
Mm.
example, the Natural Museum or the like the airline.
Mm.
No, it's like a war museum, and
Mm-hmm.
there are many plane, many
Mm.
old plane um,
Okay.
are um, are display or
Displayed.
are show
Okay.
show in that museum. Um,
Mm. Okay.
the biggest museum in my city is the is called um, the let me is the Museum of Ethnography.
Ethnography. Okay.
Um, there
Mm.
are 54 ethnic
Mm.
group in my
Okay.
country, and
Yeah.
this museum will will show on will show the habit or
Mm.
um, like the custom of all the ethnic group in my country.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, okay, okay. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's it. Wow. Okay, there you go. So, yeah, it's almost time again. Are there any other question?
Well, I have a small question that in part two that
Mm.
I just have 1 or 2 minutes to describe our thing and story.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, if when like with time is up and
Oh.
I haven't finished my story and
Mm-mm.
well and then and I know that then they will stop it or they
Yes.
will next it and
They will stop it. Yes.
yes and I don't know that when I'm not finished my story that uh, they will minors my points.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. So they will deduct some of your points because you weren't able to finish your speech at that time. So as a practice as well, you need just to speak like until 2 minutes because as you mentioned, yes, there would be like some deduction that you might have. So like this one, did you use vocabulary? Did you use words that are related? I am able to a lot of synonymous word. So these are the things that you need to pay attention as well.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm. So there you go. Okay, other question?
I think no.
Okay, so there you go. So thank you for having the class and good luck to your test. Goodbye.